Yeah, it's your boy Stacks, Blue City representative. I'm back in the booth. Oh yeah.
Yo, they call me Fang. No, you not me, you wanna be. I flow off the chain, rock your brain, I blow. Minds with rhyme, nice with mine, I know. You're the kind that drop down too slow. Kill your plot to get away. I take it to your throat and escape like OJ. Watch what you say or end up this way. In the trash like an empty bag of Frito-Lays. Born to brawl, I murder all the dogs.
What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, hate. So look, man, I want to do a quick video. I just want to ask some questions. I have a question, right? That I want to ask to the family, right? And I want y'all to tell me what y'all think, right? What y'all enjoyed more. It's not so much what was the best era. I mean, if y'all want to add that, whatever. But what you think was a better era? The era that had Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Oscar Bonaventuras, Ron Lyle, George Foreman, Ken Norton. Who else had the Jerry Quarries? Who else? Jimmy Young. Like, what y'all think? That era of fighters. I mean, with Ali, you can go even further back. Henry Cooper. You could even go back further with it. Yeah, you can go back further. Anyway, what you think? What era did y'all enjoy more? Some people, even like myself, it's things that I wasn't around to see at certain times. But then it's like, because I wasn't around then. Like for certain things in life, period. Like certain things, whether it was movies, sports, or whatever. Now, dig in and, man, okay, that was cool. Like, and then I'll kind of start getting into this whole, all the stuff that I missed. But that era, think about it. You think that era was more enjoyable, or was it the era of Larry Holmes, Jerry Cooney, Trevor Burbick, Tim Witherspoon, Pinklin Thomas, Bone Crusher Smith, Carter Truth Williams? Like, was it that era, or was it the Mike Tyson, Frank Bruno, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, Tommy Morrison, Ray Mercer, Evander Holyfield? Was it that era? Burt Cooper, Michael Morrow. Then you got to put George Foreman. George Foreman is in two eras. You got to put him in that era. Or is it the era of Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, Tyson Fury, Dillian White, Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz? What era? And I'm not really asking what era. Like I said, if you want to bring that up, that's all cool too. But like, what era do you feel was more enjoyable? You understand what I'm saying? Like, think about watching fights type of thing where it's like, hey, look, don't nobody ask me to do nothing tonight. The fights are on. I'm watching the fights. Like what era was more enjoyable? Even if it's something that you wasn't around for, but then you sat back and did your homework on and just started watching a whole lot of other stuff. It's like, I watched a lot of Jack Johnson. What they had of him, the stuff that they had available of him. Ray Robinson, Joe Louis, all those guys, Kid Gavilan, all of them. I watched all of that. So yeah. What era do y'all feel like was more enjoyable? And then also, what era in time do you feel like the politics got real thick? Because politics always been there. Always been there. Mafia, having a hand on having fighters taking dives and threatening fighters and all kinds of, putting on fights that mismatches and, all kind of stuff. But where do you feel like boxing really got to the point where the politics just started destroying the sport to where it wasn't even fun. And then we have situations where we have all these talented fighters, but it's just hard to get them, in the ring. Tell me what y'all think about that. And again, like I've always said, UFC and like Bellator, those leagues, they don't have 5 and 6 sanctioning bodies. And it's just UFC. There's no all these other people coming in, and it's easier to put those fights together. Easier. Every champion, every division has one champion. And I feel like it's a great thing for fighters to be able to have titles because they eat more, eat better, but then it's the type of thing where these sanctioning bodies don't want to let unifications happen. So we get that situation of, damn, I want to see this guy and that guy fight, but I mean, hey, don't look like it's going to happen, or it takes forever for the fight to happen. And don't get me wrong, every era of time, there's fighters who fought 3 times, 5 times, and it was years apart for the rematches. When Ali first lost his title, he didn't get it back right away. It took him some years to get that title back. Second time and the third time. It was gaps in between. So it was no thing where it was just like one guy had the belt and then, immediate rematch. And then, no, it was different. It was different. But tell me what y'all feel like was more enjoyable and why. What era? If y'all forgot, rewind, listen, and then just run it back. So I didn't want to break it down and say like 70's, 80's, 90's, 2000's, but that's really kind of like what it is. Even because if you go with Ali, it was before the 70's, So anyway, but tell me what y'all think, what era was more enjoyable and why y'all like that era better. And also, just as important, if not more important, like what? I want y'all to really get at it, man. Don't just hear what I'm saying and hit the like button. No, I want y'all to get at this. What do we need to happen in boxing right now that will bring, and I'm not going to say so it can be like the 80's or 90's or 70's or whatever. No, what I'm saying is, what do we need in boxing right now? Name the things that we could do without right now. They need to hear us, y'all. They need to understand that too. They need to hear this. I don't have a huge platform yet. If it ever comes that becomes a huge one, whatever or not, but we got voices. And trust me, there's people who watch your channel. They might not let you know, but they watch. They hear what you say. What does boxing need right now? Name some things that boxing need, where this sport can be what it used to be in terms of people really love boxing. People was really into boxing. What do we need and what we can do without? Let me know in the comments, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. And remember, the truth brings hate out of people. Catch y'all on the next one.